Hi, this is Miss Kirk, and we're going to do Step Up lesson number 6, or as Pearson calls it, 17-6, which is understanding percents. Now, we did a similar lesson earlier in the year, so we're going to kind of review with this lesson. So let's go ahead and look at what a percent is. A percent is a special kind of ratio in which the first term is compared to 100. So basically, percents are always out of 100, and we're always comparing some amount to 100%. So let's look at this. I want to find the percent that is shaded here. Well, I found the fraction that is shaded. It's 1 out of 5. That's what's shaded here, 1 out of 5. But remember, percents are always out of 100. So let's talk about how we could get from 1 out of 5 to 100%. Well, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could do 1 divided by 5. Or what we can do is we can ask ourselves, how do you get from 5 to 100? Well, you multiply by 20. And what you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So we can say 1/5 is the same as 20%. Now, if that one was a little hard of an explanation for you, I want to show you it is a division problem. Let's do 1 divided by 5. And it looks weird when you're looking at it, because the 1 is inside as the dividend and the divisor is 5, which is not as, we haven't really done it very many like that in the past. And you look at it and you say, I can't do that. How do you do? How many times 5 goes into 1? But you can, because you can annex a 0. Remember that 1.0 is the same as 1. And how many times can 5 go into 10? Because this looks like the number 10 now, doesn't it? How many times can 5 go into 10? 2 times. And we just bring that 0 up. So it's 0.2 or 0.20 if it's to the hundredths place. Remember, you can add zeros on the end and it's the same. Which 0.20 is 20 hundredths. Well, what's this right here? 20 hundredths. 20 hundredths is 20%. So that's why it works out the way that it does. Let's do another one here. I have this number line. It goes from 0 to 20. And it's filled in to 14. So we filled in 14 out of 20. But remember, percents are always out of 100. So our percent is going to be a fraction out of 100. Well, how do you get from 20 to 100? You multiply by 5. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So let's do 14 times 5 and see what our percent is. What's 4 times 5? It's 20. What's 5 times 1? 5, 6, 7. Our percent here is 70 out of 100, or 70%. 70 hundredths is 70%. Okay? Let's do another one. 22 out of 25. Well, how do you get from 25 to, remember, percents are always out of 100. You multiply it by 4. Think quarters. It takes 4 quarters to make $1. 25, 50, 75, 100. So I multiplied the bottom by 4. Guess what I do to the top? I multiply it by 4. What's 22 times 4? Well, we can do that over here. 22 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Our answer is 88 out of 100, or 88%. So that's just a little bit about percents. Remember, you can always divide the numerator by the denominator, or you can find out by finding an equivalent fraction by making sure that your fraction is out of 100. You have a practice IXL on this, and if you have any questions, make sure you're reaching out to me, and I will see you next time. Bye.